aren't thinking most of the time. They're just observing and reacting, right? And so they're hearing with their ears, but you actually listen with your emotions, right? And so the good news is you follow instructions well. The challenging news is that you're not listening. I'm going to actually show some visual material that was a pretty big hit in London yesterday on how our brain plays tricks on us and how we really don't see everything there is to see. So, great point.
No, I just wanted to say that.
Is that just reinstating that a picture speaks 1,000 words?
Absolutely. Yeah. The many years ago, I started to, in addition to writing my goals, I started to create visual representations, vision boards of everything that I wanted to achieve. And I had conditioned my brain. I still use visual imagery every single day as a way to just retrain my brain on exactly and specifically what it is that I want to achieve. So yeah, visual representations is a phenomenal tool to get the absolute clarity of what you want your brain to focus on. If you think of a person who is an archer, what does an archer do? Right? The only thing they focus on is the bullseye. That's the only thing they focus on. They are able to delete, distort, and remove everything else except 100 yards or 100 meters away, and look at this little dot, and that's all they focus on. They put all of their energy as if you were taking the sun's rays and magnifying it with a magnifying glass. They're using the exact same process of focus, but mental focus, to be able to aim at a target. What most people do, I found, is as opposed to focusing on what they want, specifically, exactly, and precisely, they focus on what they don't want, and they wonder why it keeps showing up. And so the key is to get really, really, really good at teaching your brain. See, there's your brain, and then there's the other part of you that can control your brain. You're not your brain, right? There's an other side of you. There's a thinker behind the thoughts. That's a big concept to get around, all right? But you're not your brain. And you can learn how. Has anybody ever done any biofeedback work? Where you have a sensor on your finger and you instruct, okay, your heartbeat to slow down. You instruct your temperature to go up or go down. Well, who's doing the instructing? Like, your brain's not telling your finger to do that. You are giving your brain the instruction to adjust that. Right? So the question is, how do you get more access to that? That's where the power is. And it's stuff that we're just learning about. The neuroscience research is just 12 years old in most cases, of being able to look inside the human brain to get a glimpse, of what's going on. And we're just scratching the proverbial surface right now of that. But 12, 13 years old. But here's what we are finding. Unbelievable power. If you turned on every single telephone and cell phone in the world, including India and China, at the same time, and had everybody talking at the same time, that wouldn't come close to what happens in your brain every second. 100,000 electrical or chemical reactions in 100 billion cells every second. Trillions of connections. More connections in your brain than there are stars in the sky. More grains of sand. And it's just mind-boggling.